I'm really enjoy about making videos and using it for making like my living. So hope you guys also feel the enjoyment of video making. And this part I'm going to teach you guys how to do the video editing, because for nowadays you're going to using a camera to shooting a lot of stuff, like shooting the wide shot, mid shot, medium close up interview. Maybe you sometimes when you do when you shooting the interview the people the interview may not really like speak really well, or it speak take really long, like 5 minutes. You have to shorten them because you have to capture the main point of of what he say, right? So we have to do the editing in this process to making it all the video more tight or more packed, or the meaning much more easy to let the audience to get the idea. So I'm going to share some of the video making technique, and also what equipment or what the workflow you should do, so that you get the basic idea what was video editing for. So the first thing is, what does the editor do? So when you're editing the video, you will become video editor, right? So you have something you have to think about what you should do, right? So the first thing is, you have to put your footage in right order. So sometimes maybe you say, I'm going to you have already shooting draw the storyboard, right? So you have the order like shot 1, shot 2, shot 3. Maybe you shooting the shot number 5 first in this room, then you go out to take the shot number 1 in the outside building, or wait until tonight you take the light shot at for the shot number 3. So that you have, when you do the editing, you have to put it in the correct order, like what you plan, and make it make sense. Another way is you have to construct your visual and audio. And previously, when Brian showed you guys some video sample, you think you really impressive, right? Some really touching people, some really funny. And this also the impact is created by the visual and audio. When you become a video editor, you have to construct. You have to choosing the right music, choosing the right visual content to make it construct together to create this impact. So you have to construct the visual and audio. We're going to do this, and you have to I think it's a really important point. You have to tell a story with your decision. Like sometimes you plan for you plan for something, but later on when you do the editing, you want to create much more impact for your video. Like I want to create like more hygiene, or more exciting, more energetic moment for your brand or for the shots. So you have to do some extra editing, like cut a close-up, or like using some visual effect to build it. So when you become a video editor, you have to tell your story with your decision. Okay, then I'm going to give you guys some information about the tools of digital video editing. So I think for now, I think everyone sitting in this room is already get the basic requirement for making video editing. The first thing you have to using a computer. Yeah, for nowadays, I think simply when you get the most standard version of the computer, they also can process video editing. Yeah. So before session, I remember Brian asked you guys who have the experience to do the video editing before, and some of you say you have using it, and some of you using Video Maker, iMovie, File Couple, Premiere. So those is a video editing software for you to install in your computer and make it work. And most of them already can, a lot of computer, or maybe the computer already installed those software. So that I think single computer you're already ready for editing video. So I want to talk a little bit about video editing software. So for nowadays, TVB is using the software called, or some professional like Hollywood standard, they're using a software called AVIC. This is really expensive, and when I'm going to a seminar of the AVIC, they say that they are the best editing software in the town, and I agree that this is really good, but it's really expensive. So for the entry level, it's almost take about 10,000 Hong Kong dollars for the most basic entry level software. So I think just for your information, what the industry is using it for. And now the other really popular software is Apple Final Cut Studio. Apple also make computer, also they make really good software for some professional post-production working process. So one of their favorite is Final Cut Studio. And the third one is Adobe. Adobe making a lot of like multimedia software like Photoshop, Illustrator, and also they have the video professional like Premiere and After Effects for making video editing and doing compositing motion graphic. So these are the three most popular professional software using in the industry. But you guys just start your video editing, right? So those kind of software may be too complicated for you. So today I'm going to recommend you guys using this one. Oh, sorry, I just making. So today I just introduce you guys to using this one. This also made by Adobe Premiere Element. Basically, when you want to do the basic video editing, you can using the basic software in your computer like Movie Maker for Windows PC and also the iMovie for your Mac computer. But this one I recommend is more advanced than the basic. So you can have a like multi-layering for key in some of the logo or some of the text on your video. And this one is not really, basically all you guys, when you install this one, this a trial version, so that it's let you using about 13 days. And they have, but something is not really, I'm not really happy with the, like they have a watermark on the screen. So I'm so sorry about that because previously they don't have. But I don't know why they upgrade this version to this version, the 13 version, they get this watermark. But I think if you want to do some video for seriously, because when we and Brian plan about this workshop, we have discussed about it. Basically, we can teach you the basic stuff like iMovie or Movie Maker. But if you guys is really using video for making the video for pitching, so you want to make it like look like professional, or you want to put more information or logo or motion graphic onto your video, so you have to use something advanced than the advanced software than the basic stuff. So this Adobe Premiere Pro is Adobe Premiere Element is a software I recommended. If you want to buy it, it's not really expensive. It's if you buy from the Adobe website, it's only costing 800 Hong Kong dollars. I think it's still okay, like 10 movie, right? Or 10 dinner. Okay, so you can get one if you want to try, if you want to buy it. Okay, so everyone is already installed it, right? Any problem when you any difficult or any problem when you install the Adobe Premiere Elements? Because these are really basic tools. We have go through next step. Okay, right? If you have problem, just raise up your hand. Brian will come here to help you. Okay, and I want to share you about the workflow of video editing, because sometimes I do teach video editing. I do teach video editing for a really long time, and I have experienced the confusion of newcomer for video editing. They say, I don't know what I should do next, or I'm confused. What should I do when I do the video editing? What decisions should I make? So I will draft the really basic workflow for doing the video editing. You should basically it should be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then but I just forget to change the bullet. So the first step, when you do the video editing, you have to import your video footage to your software. Just like you prepare the stuff for your code, okay? Then you have to organize them, because you're going to shooting a lot of different footage. Like if you like shooting your project, like 5 minutes video, you may need about like 100 or 200 footage, single footage. So you have to organize them, mark them, which one is good take, which one is NG, so that when you choosing the right shot, you're much more easier. Saving time, that means saving time. Yeah, especially when you're doing some documentary. Yeah, I think Brian can share his experience because he going to taking a lot of documentary footage. How about how many footage do you have for your last project, Brian?
Around half an hour or 1 hour for a minute. I should take 1 hour, 2 hour footages, and
Yeah.
the file editing is almost like a minute.
Yeah. So 1 minute, 1 minute videos come out. You need to have a 1 hour footage. So it's really a lot. So if you have those amount of video footage, if you don't organize them before you do the editing, you will make you very confused. So organize them before editing. This one is, sometimes people really ignore this part because say, I just import and do editing directly. But if you using a lot as a little bit time to organize your footage before you do the editing, you save a really a lot of time. So do the organization. Then we select the footage, we do the editing, we construct our video in the right order. We're going to using it in the timeline. Then we do the enhancement like adding video effect. If you say, I want to create the mood like old Hong Kong, old movies, then you can add a video filter on it. Later on, you do the output. You export your output, your footage to your the channel you're going to output, like you upload to YouTube or burning DVD, other stuff. So this is the basic workflow for video editing. Okay, so sometimes when you feel confused, what I should do, you should think about, have you finished those process first? Because sometimes people when they are doing video editing and they start, when they haven't finished the editing, then they add to they skip the step and going to like changing the video style, changing effect. It's wasting your time because you're going to edit what you have changed. Like you change it, you add a lot of filter to your video, but later on you're going to cut on it. You will cut the footage. You're going to delete the footage what you have done. So just try to follow the workflow. You will feel your editing process much more easy. Okay? Any question about this workflow? Everyone get it, right? I think especially when you have experience to doing video editing, I think you can fill in your experience into this workflow. Then I want to really fast to highlight some keywords for editing with your computer. For nowadays, we're doing the editing called non-linear editing. Okay, anyone know about this term? Any guess? Okay, so non-linear editing is okay, when we're talking non-linear editing, we also have a linear editing. So linear editing is like this. If you have a concept for the VCR, the old VCR machine, we record the when I every time, I think this example for my previous session is very success. 10 years before, but for nowadays I think difficult because more of you guys haven't using a VCR machine. So I want to have some asking you guys something. Who are using VCR before? You have, right? You have, right? You have, right? So by and why don't you raise up your hand? Okay, kidding. Okay, so the video tape, if you want to record 1 hour footage, you have to record 1 hour, right? But yeah. Let me think about much more the right example for non-linear editing. Okay, when you click on the YouTube video, then when you're passing play, they will start from 0, right? If you want to say, some people say, the 3 minutes is the most important part, so you can skip those footage between the 3 minutes and jump to the 3 minutes and start the play, right? So we call this non-linear, so you can jump whatever you want. Okay, but the linear is like you watching TV, watching the live show. You have to sit the chair, wait until it's processed. So this called the difference between the linear and non-linear, so that you can really easy to construct your video, easier to make a different version. So like you guys know about Hong Kong movie maker called Wong Kar-wai, right? Yeah, Wong Kar-wai. So when Wong Kar-wai making the movie called Chongqing Express, No, Chongqing Samlam. So they only can they really spending a lot of time on the video editing room, but they only can make about 1 copy for the cut, or maybe 5 or 4. This is the maximum. But for when they move this because this is a traditional linear video editing system. But for now, when he making the 一代宗師 you know how many version how many version do he have? More than 100. Because it's non-linear, you can making change every time. So they keep a lot. So what you guys think? You guys think is help the process or slow down the process? Maybe sometimes help it because you can have a lot of choice, but sometimes too much choice, that means it's a big range of choices, making choice difficult. So, but really, non-linear editing is really good for you to really fast to rearrange your footage. You can have a lot of different kind of version for non-linear editing. Okay, and one of the when you're using computer to do it, this is really non-linear editing. Most of them in our industry is using computer for doing video editing for, I think, 100%. Yeah, only some live broadcast video service video person is still using the traditional tape recorder. And also we call it, one of the terms when we using computer to do editing, we call it deconstructive editing. Deconstructive, that means, okay, when I'm going to a primary school to teach the student how to do the video editing, and they say, oh, please cut the video because when the people finish the action, we want to cut at the end. But the little boy, he refused. He say, I don't want to cut my video, it's destroy it. I love this video. So, but I have to tell him, you won't destroy your video. Because whatever you're going to you do on your video editing, like you cut your video, you change the color, add other stuff, add a more filter, you won't destroy your original, right? This is really important concept because whatever you do is just remember about the change on the in between, on the top of your original footage. Okay, so just have these keywords on your mind. Okay, so now I just finished my keynotes of the video editing. Then I'm going to more practical way to teach you guys how to using video editing software. Okay, I know some of you is using other software like Premiere Pro, right, or like other software. No matter, because I'm going to teach you how to do the workflow. So you just if you just go to your software, your computer to find the correct tools here, and just so you, I just using little bit short time to tell you guys a story. 10 years before, I just finished my, I just graduated from a film school, and my first job is a video editor at the advertisement company. So they say you'll be a video editor and you have a few assistant editor helping you, and you have to using Final Cut Pro. But before that, and I haven't using Final Cut Pro before, and but I'm too scared to tell my boss because I don't want to lose my offer. So I just say okay, I know how to using Final Cut. So then next day I have to work, but I haven't using it before, right? So what should I do? Then I'm going to Mongkok, the computer center, to buy a book for Final Cut Pro and read a light. Then next day I go to work and they don't know I haven't using Final Cut before, and they think, oh, you really experienced user for Final Cut. So why I telling you guys this story? It's not about I'm not telling you about I'm really genius. Okay, I admit I'm a little bit genius, but mainly it's about basically all the video editing tools is designed for the video editor to use, right? So whenever they have a different interface, they have a different tool sets, but basically they're using the same concept. They also process the same workflow for video editing. So today we're using this Adobe Premiere Element. But next time, and if you using Final Cut, if you're using AVIC, or if you're using the like Premiere Pro version, the workflow is same, the button is same, but just changing about the different location. Okay, so today we experience how to do the video editing, how to using the tools, then you get the concept. Later on, you using other software, you should find. Or with a book, you should find. Okay, so okay, first step, we do you remember the workflow for the video process? What's the first step? Input your footage, right? So, okay. I think when you open up the, if you open up the Premiere element, they will show you about this screen, right? Okay, so you have two different main section. One is organizer and one is video editor. So forget about the organizer because this one is the organizing tools. So just directly going to video editor. And when they ask you about you start the new project, and they may go into this page for you like live, quick or guided. Then you have to tell the software you are the expert. So click on the expert. Yeah, because when you admit you are expert, then you are expert. It's the truth, right? That's truth. Okay, then click on expert. You will see this interface. Basically, this we call timeline. Timeline. Basically, all the video editing, audio editing, all those post production editing software with animation or video, they also have the timeline. That means all our footage we're going to put in the timeline. So you will decide what you want to show to your audience. And here's the fill button down at the bottom. Wait me for a second. Okay, and at the bottom we have a few different kind of tools like transition, the title tools, the effect tools, the audio tools, the graphic tools. So I'm going to get a little bit idea for you guys what going on. And here is this two interface, what kind of effect or adjustment you want to do. I'm going to go through this later on. But the first step is we want to import the footage, right? So we're going to have a button called Add Media here. Yeah. If you're using, then you can choosing what kind of stuff you are going to capture. You can choosing from your file folder, directly from your camera or from the webcam. So because I think you have already copied the folder to the desktop, right? So that you're choosing the file and folder. Then here they will if I'm using Mac, so I show the Finder here. But if you're using PC, when you click on the Add Media, what going to show? It show the file browser, right? Yeah, so you can choosing the location of your footage, like going to the desktop and select the footage. Like I borrowing one of our classmate to the footage to use, so I select it and passing import. So now all the media is added to the software. Yeah, sometimes they will say, some of the media doesn't support it because this some like temporary file, so they doesn't support this normal. So passing OK. So in here, this they will appear as a called project access, and you go inside this folder. All the footage will show here. Then let me take a look about this interview. Then here is the interview. Then I passing payback.
我覺得中環嘅生活比較商業化啦，咁。
Okay, it's really great interview. Okay, then I'm really serious. It's really good for the lighting. Yeah, you guys don't trust me? Okay, I can analyze about this shot. This really good composition. Am I okay to carry on? I'm just kidding. Okay, so. You can add your footage to the computer, right? But I want you guys add one more folder. It's the folder you remember. I just copy a folder to your computer. It's the logo and the graphic, right? So you can also go back to the Add Media, File and Folder, and choosing this folder, this this photo logo and import all the folder. Okay. Oops. I'm doing something wrong. Do again. So now I'm going to have two folders. One is the footage, the video footage, and one is the logo and the photo. Right? Okay? So is this everyone okay for this process? So what we should do, the other step is because you don't have a lot of footage, so that you don't need to do much about organization. So the next step is that you do the editing. You're choosing the right video clips to put on the timeline. So now I just using this interview for this example. You can adjust the window size for you to much more easy to handle to take a look of your footage. Then and here this one, do you see this POON here? This we call it payhead. So when you drag about this payhead, you can really fast to scan your whole video. So I pay by it.
我覺得中環嘅生活比較商業化啦，咁其實呢度咧嘅大廈全部貨返工為主嘅，即係住宅就比較少啦呢度。咁啲人喺呢度返工，其實只係可能 lunch 嘅時候出嚟，咁同埋呢度嘅快餐店啊，或者係食物嘅地方比較少嘅，咁啲人咧食。
So I want to editing first part. So I'm going to begin and pay back. When I hear the before is like the interview to asking question, right? So I want to start before after the question is asked. So I find the point here. You can also using your keyboard to help you, like using the left and right keyboard to doing the. So you can scanning. Okay, just before she start to speak. So I find it I want to using this point as my in point. So you can here you have a button called set in point. So you click on it, then the in point will go to this point. Then I play back my video again.
我覺得中環嘅生活比較商業化啦，咁其實呢度咧嘅大廈全部貨返工為主嘅。
Okay, then I want to stop about this one. Okay, then I'm going to here to set the out point. Okay, then here you can see the color is changed. It's just have a set the in out point. Then I just drag this video to the timeline and paste at the beginning of the video take. Then here I just then I close this window and I pay back it. For your payback, you can directly click on this the pay push button, or you can see they have a they also have a shortcut that you use is using the spacebar or payback. So when you click on the passing the spacebar or passing this button, they will going to pay back.
我覺得中環嘅生活比較商業化啦，咁其實呢度咧嘅大廈全部貨返工為主嘅。
Okay, then I want to insert the other video shot like here. Then I do the same thing. I will scan the video and because there is a pen shot, so I want to set the in point from the start of the pen shot, and also end when it ends. So I set the end point. So I do the I drag the shot again to the video. Then
其實呢度咧嘅大廈全部貨返工為主嘅。
I just construct the video, right? So I let you guys have some time to do the construction for the video. So you guys can practicing using your footage to construct the shot you just shooting. Then I'm buying with 201 and see if you guys have any questions. Okay? I want to show you some trick for doing the video editing. Like, okay, for now the timeline really small here, right? So I'm always using this slider to make change about the view of the timeline. So I can zoom it in, because sometimes you really small. When you do editing, you have to fold your face or head to the time to do it. So don't do this exercise, and using this one to help you to make it longer, right? And here, I have a
紅燈掣
this normal carbon shot.
影緊㗎啦，0345六，咁你咪錄緊呢度。
But I want to change the speed of the video, like much more faster, because Central is really energetic, right? I want to add some energetic to it. So when you do the editing, sometimes you can using some slow motion, fast motion to help you create it. So this video have a really good tools, like in the tools, when you select the video clips. When you select the video clips, you can go into tools here, then you can find a function called time scratch. So I click on it, then they will have a number you can choosing it. Okay, if you type a bigger numbers like 300, you can see a duration. Normally when you have 100, the duration is 30 minutes, but if you change to 300, it changes shorter. So if you want to much more faster, change bigger numbers. But if you want to have a okay, I'll just try this one first. Okay, then let's take a look of the video. But I want to change it to much more faster, so that I can change to 1000. Okay. I think this better, right? But I think the sound is a little bit interesting, because when you listen to the sound, can you hear the differences between the normal and the here, right? So they also fasten the sound, and the pitch is much more higher. So I would say I don't need this sound, so I will make it to the 0. So when you play back it won't have the other. But you are not making a silent movie, right? We are going to be in the this age. We have to make it adding other audio. So remember that when you watching a video clips, instead of the ambient sound, dialogue, what kind of audio you will listen? We will hear from the video. What kind of video? Like music, like sound effect, right? So I want to add the music onto this video. So how I do it is I'm going to add media again. Here, add media again. I'm choosing the file, and I have a song I'm putting on my desktop. So I'm choosing it, import it. Then this is the audio file. Then I drag this audio file to the timeline, and I put it on the soundtrack, because when you can put on your original audio one, but you can see. Oh, wait a second. Okay. Okay. So you won't want to replace it. You want to add on it. So you're going to put on this soundtrack here, right? So let's see what's going on.
我返工為主嘅。
Okay, then I also want to load this music, so I load it. Then
主嘅。
快啲！
So you guys remember the music, right? Is this okay? Okay, it's you know. So this example that this really interesting when you putting different music. This is a really like romantic movie, right? And we record some romantic scene. So if choosing like, okay, are you going to talking about some romantic story in Central? Then no, right? So you're choosing a wrong audio. But you can using this one to add audio onto your project and make what you want. What you want. Okay. So here's the add. And another way is I feel a little bit. Okay, then I change my mind. I want to make it as a sensual romantic video. Then I want this all the motion much more slower. You know this song, right? This really hit. This movie sound. You don't know. It's a movie soundtrack from the new TV drama called Election. It's made by Hong Kong HKTV. Yeah. So it's yeah. I think your group mate going to show you. Okay. Then I want to make it a slow motion, just like the video, the original MTV. Make it as a slow motion. So what I'm going to do is I also select the video clips and going to tools and set the time scratch. Then I make it as a like 16. Okay, let's see. Okay, much more romantic, right? And also, I think when it's change the video shot from here to here is a little bit sharp. So I going to selection here, and I choosing. You can have a different characteristics to choosing it. So I choosing the most easiest like the soft or like this one, and in between two shots. So they're going to ask you what you're going to paste. I paste in between the clips and passing done. So
翻工為主嘅。
and another way is that when you think, oh, I want to shorten my previous editing, so you can also cut on the timeline. So when you place your mouse at the edge of the video clips, it shows this button, right? Can you see the differences? Here's a normal mouse, and when I going to edge, can you see it? Okay, this we call it trim tools. So we can trim the video clips to the playhead I paste it. Okay, then let's take a look about the output. Okay, so you can choosing the editing for your video, right? So and also other stuff is before the video the interview, I want to add the logo, the graphic into the movie. Then you remember that we just import the logo here, right? So I open it, and I found this logo match the. Then you can double click and see a logo here. I want to using this logo, so I drag this logo into the timeline, and okay. Okay, then you know this. You can see here is insert this right image, but this definitely I want to shorten it. Okay, but you will see when I insert this image, because the image have the original size like this, like close to the square aspect ratio, right? But here I'm like the widescreen aspect ratio. So I want to change about the size of the image. Then you click on the image, you will see here is a different this transition tools on the screen. Then you can change the size of the graphic manually. Okay. Then I can pay, but the most amazing thing is not just that. The most amazing thing is you can do the animation of it. So I want to create animation of this beginning to show all the screen, but at the end of this clip, I want to close to the logo, right? So okay, this is a little bit advanced. I think you can just follow what I'm going to do first. We call this animation called keyframe animation. This is the keyframe animation. Basically, keyframe animation is a really traditional animation graphic, because you know when you're watching the cartoon from Gong Keijun, you know Gong Keijun sometimes they draw the character, but not every single graphic is drawn by him. He just draw the key image. So he have a lot of assistant. Assistant will draw about in between two key image to fill it up the action. So with one shot, maybe we face the camera and change to the back and change the side. So Gong Keijun just draw the first one and the second one, and the end shot. So in between the transition, is drawn by his assistant. So in the computer is just like your assistant. You just give the command, the first frame of your animation and the last frame of the animation. The computer, the software will automatically generate, create the animation for you. So in this case, I'm going to show it how to do it. So first, I see the clips in here. At the right side, we have a adjustment icon, right? So I click on it. Then you show a lot of different adjustment here. Okay. Where's the motion? Ooh. Sorry. Here. So, so when you select this one, you click on the effect, apply the effect, you will see here is a motion and the opacity. So opacity is like the, this opacity, right? How to explain about its opacity? It's a, 透明度, yes, the transparency, right? Transparency of your graphics. So for now, it's a 100%. So if we change it to the lower, you can see this change, right? So especially when I put this graphic into the second video track. But now, because previously it's on the video track 1 here. You can see here's the video track 1. But I want to change it to video track 2 here. Okay, so they show the icon and appear the sound. But now I just change about the opacity. Can you see? Okay, this is the opacity, how it's work for the opacity. But I want to change. I don't want to change. Make it first. I want to change it to the original. I want to do it as a motion. The motion animation. So the first step is I go back to the motion here. You can check. You can change about the scale, the position, and the rotation and the scale. Yeah. Then in here, I just mark. They say it's gray animation, so I just click on it. So all they remember in here, they remember all the setting for this animation. Then I go into the last frame of the video, and I I change about the scale, and I'm moving up. I want the directly. Oops! Come on! Oops! Okay, and let's take a look of the video here. Okay, so here is the animation. So you just create 2 points. One is the first step of the first you create the animation, and you give the first data for the first frame. Then you go to the last frame to change about the location, the span of the. Yeah, change about the scale. If I want to make it bigger, and going to like. Yeah, you can change it directly from here. So you can make your. Then you can make your very simple animation. And if you want to add the transition much more easy, you can also change the stop in between them.
我覺得中環嘅生活
Okay, so this is how we do we call it keyframe animation. I know this may be a little bit complicated for you guys, but you just have an idea about this software can do something like this. So you can practicing it, you can do it later on. Okay, so I give you some time to practicing it. Yeah. Okay. Because we run out of time, so I just show you guys one more really practical skill to do the video editing. Because sometimes we're going to use photos as our video content, right? So here we have a few different photos here. So in here, each of them I want to use, so I select them all and put it at the end. I choose first one, second one. So now I just play back the video and see the full video. So now all the photo is stand still, right? So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to apply the effect and change about the scale of the photos, and I create the animation here from taking this one, echo animations. Then I'm going to the last frame. I want to change about. I decide I want to change about the size, and moving it to the left. Then here I do the same. I want to this time I want to from this icon. So you can do a really interesting photo slideshow using it. So setting the start point and the end point for the photo, so you can create your custom animation graphic for the photos. You're also using the photo to doing some exercise like this. Then remember, in between, if you want to add some impassive transition for it, you can always using the transition and choosing about here's a different element for it. Okay, it's really sometimes it's really cool for this. Okay, so here's how to do the animation graphic. And one more thing I want to show you guys is how you do the title. Because sometimes we want to key some information on the video, right? So you can always using the application to create a title and text effect. So I click on it. In here they have a different default set or other title tools from different template. So I'm choosing this like here. Then I choosing it. I paste on the upper video track tool. Then here I can also double click on the title and change about. Then you can also change about different kind of stuff like the color or other information for you. change about the size or the duration of the video test. Okay, so I think I'll give you some time to do this practicing and I think you can using this time because we just have 10 minutes left. So you can try to practicing what I've shown you, or you can also asking some question, boss. 喂，哦，下面嗰首歌，Okay, for one of the really popular videos technique is doing the subtitle for your videos. Sometimes when you have a like Chinese version of video, you will add the English subtitle, right? Or vice versa. So then you can always choosing like using the default text, going to one of the video short. Here you can moving about okay. So you have to okay when you typing text, they will have a different kind of option page. One of it is called shape. In shape, you can using this tools like session tools. Then you can change about different. You can moving your text to a different kind of location for your video. Like here, I'm going to the right bottom corner. Then I change the style like to going to 69. So change as a bold text. So here you can find just like yeah, subtitle for you. Then you can also change about the color. Yeah, you can also change about the colors for your text. Okay, this is the subtitle, and also other kind of or you can also using the style preset in the software. Like you click on this one, they have a different kind of style. You can already ready for you to use. Okay. So another way is when we have a like the audio and the video is separations, then okay. So like here, like this shot.
為主嘅。
I want when the music comes out, the audio, the interview audios, the narration is still keep going. So I want to change about yeah, I want to change about so okay. The first thing is you have to unlink the audio and video because you want to make it longer or delete this audio. So I just unlink this audio, unlink this video and audio, then I select this audio file and delete it. Okay, I delete it, so I have a gap here, right? Then I would like to change about the frame, but definitely you can't because you have to unlink it first. Then you can make adjust for the audios. Oh, sorry. Delete the audio and adjust the audio length. So now you can see.
返工為主嘅，即係住宅就比較少啦呢度。咁啲人。
Sorry. Yeah, you can do the multi selection of. Sorry.
翻工為主嘅，即係住宅就比較少啦呢度。咁啲人喺呢度翻工，其實翻工為主嘅，即係住宅就比較少啦呢度。咁啲人喺呢度翻工，其實只係可能 lunch 嘅時候出嚟咁。
So you can using these tools to paste the different information when you're doing the interview. So make the interview much more rich and interesting. Another way is like if you want to have a like we call picture effect. Like somehow if you yeah on this video I want to have a I want to put a video shot in here like the picture frame. Then I can also go into the project access and find the correct footage like this one. Then I drag into the video track. Oh sorry, I have to select about the I drag it to here. Okay. In here, I want to first I want to unlink the audio so that I just have the visual image here. Then secondly, when I select it, you will also see the scale content here, scale tools here. So you can change about the scale because it's a two different layer. Then you can paste the content in here, right? So, see.
我覺得中環嘅生活比較商業。
Yeah. You're making a video like this.
覺得中環嘅生活比較商業化啦。咁其實呢度咧嘅大廈全部貨翻工為主嘅。
Okay. So I think I demonstrate a lot of different kind of video technique for you, but I know definitely this is not enough for making your video, right? So, and here is my suggestion: try to practicing and do the simple video first, like some people sitting here doing something. Then you can try to add other information like the graphic, title, music to create your own video. Okay? So I think I finished my session for video training.